No rainy day Patriots today. As you can see, we're at the corner of Boca Raton Town Center Mall. We've got about 150 Patriots that came out today to protest the Obamacare, the takeover of our healthcare industry. If you need more information, please go to our website, southfloridateaparty.org. That's spelled out, southfloridateaparty.org. We're looking for grassroots leaders and organizers, but also individuals. You don't have to donate a lot of time. Just show on up for events, get informed. More importantly, show your friends the material and let them start the discussion on healthcare and some of the issues that are affecting America right now.
Hey everyone, this is Daria DiGiovanni. Remember me from the protest outside of Robert Wexler's office on July 2nd? Well, we're out here again today with southfloridateaparty.org, and we are again taking a stand for free market solutions for health insurance. We have the best health care system in the world here, so I hesitate to call it health care. But as we all know, the free market is the solution for this, and there are some folks here today who feel the same way. So I want to go around and maybe talk to a few people and get their thoughts on this issue. So, yes. Ma'am, if you don't mind, can I, yeah. So, ma'am, can I have your name, please?
Dorothy Glosser.
Okay, and Dorothy, what brings you out here today, and why are you against the Obamacare?
I think it's very expensive. I think it's very foolish. I want the same health care that my congressman has, Wexler. Why don't we all have it? If it's good enough for him, it's certainly good enough for us.
Absolutely. Tell us your name and why you're here today.
I'm Victoria Wood, and I'm here today. Obviously, one of my biggest issues is that the federal government and the Congress is exempt from the health care bill, and so it just seems like if this is something that's appropriate for the masses and is the right bill, then the federal government should be part of that, and I don't understand why. So that's a big question I have. Like things like cap and trade, to me, is the sneaky tax, because they don't come out and say your income tax is increased by such percentage. Well, when your utility bills go up and your gas bills go up and things like that, every American is affected by that. And then all of a sudden you wonder, how come I don't have? Well, $100 a month is a lot to a family, or anybody who works hard for their money. And those are the things that are upsetting. Is that I find that there's a lot of sneaky, what I call sneaky taxes, is what I call it. That they take away from a little bit at a time until all of a sudden you wonder why you can't make ends meet. So, well, thank you very much. So.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out today, sir, and tell us why you're here.
I'm Tom Brentsfield. We already have enough government interference in our life by the federal government, and I think this is very dangerous to turn our healthcare system over to them. We have problems, sure, but I think there's ways without throwing out the system and forcing everyone into a federal government-controlled.
Can you tell us your name and what brings you out here today?
My name is Ellen Snyder, and I'm out here because I'm opposed very strongly to Obama's health care, which I call either Obama's death care or kill granny death care. I don't want Obama to kill my grandmother. I want the people that are older are going to be overlooked just because Obama thinks Americans are living too long. I don't want to have to wait online for hours to see a doctor, and then when the doctor's office closes, they close the door and tell you to come back next week. I just don't think that it's fair. And the fact that we are also going to be putting all the people who are illegal aliens onto this health care, and we're paying for that, that's an outrage.
Where can people find you if they want to friend you?
Well, you can find me on Facebook. I'm under Ellen Snyder, and I post a lot of information. I try to keep it light. I try to make fun to keep people's spirits up and let people know that they must get on the phone and call their representatives that work for them and tell them how they feel. They work for us.
Absolutely,
we need to give them their job description.
Amen to that. And I just wanted to add, too, building on her point about the elderly, on the opposite end of life, this is an issue that's very near and dear to me because my second oldest brother, Ralph, was born with Down syndrome. And I am very concerned, and we know that this is in the bill, that, with all this wonderful diagnostic equipment we have now, medical testing, that if it's discovered or determined that an unborn child may be born with an abnormality, on both ends of the spectrum, this is bad. And the handicapped and the elderly are the most vulnerable for this bill, but, so are middle Americans. 80% of us are happy with our health insurance. And let's be very clear, Ellen, you agree, this is an issue with health insurance, not care. I know you've been in the medical field your entire career.
It is about health insurance, and what they should be doing is they should be trying to work with the insurance companies to regulate the cost and try to make it a fair playing field instead of taking over the health care for everybody. They can't run the Social Security Administration. They've bankrupted Medicare by stealing the money. Freddie and Fannie are a total disaster. That is what our health care will become. It will become people like Barney Frank and Nancy Pelosi will be deciding when and where you can go. And that's not what I want. And I will fight until this bill goes away.
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. No government bureaucrats getting in between you and your doctor. Okay, I'm here with another gentleman at the protest, so why don't you go ahead and tell us all about you and why you're here today.
My name is Scott Yardley. I'm running for State House District 95. I'm here because I believe in freedom. We have a freedom to choose our health care. The government shouldn't be controlling one more thing in our life. We are a country made up of individuals who wanted to escape being forced to do something.
Excellent. And it looks like, we have a great turnout today, and there was a good turnout at Senator Nelson's office the other day as well. And it looks like from what I'm reading, we stand a good chance of defeating this bill, but I think we need to keep the fight up. What do you think?
I think we're going to beat it. I think that Obama has met his Waterloo. I see that there's a groundswell that is extremely encouraging. It's energizing. It's building up tons of hope. America had enough. And those who not so much are in power, but those who feel the laws being made, they're the ones standing up. And I really like that the initiative of the people making these movements.
Absolutely. And Scott, if anyone wants to get more information about you, do you have a website or any place where they can find that?
Yes, it's scottyardley.com. That's simple.
Excellent. Thanks so much. So we're here with Teresa, another free market healthcare rallier here outside the Town Center Mall in Boca Raton. Teresa, what brings you out here today?
My grandson has type 1 diabetes, and presently he's on a pump. And I've called senators, governors, and representatives because I don't want him rationed to go back to shots. I feel if they start rationing the health care, it is a very, very serious thing.
Okay, we've got some new protesters here who have joined the resistance, so let's get a few words from them. Can you tell me your name and what brings you out here today?
My name is John. I'm a local Republican, and I'm here to stand up for our constitutional rights and stand up to the Obama administration and the Democrats in Congress who wish to not reform our health care system but diminish the quality of health care and just destroy the system as we know it. Not make it better as the Republicans want to do, but just overall make it worse. President of our Spanish River Young Republicans Club, and what I try to do is I try to get more high school kids who are my age involved with the conservative movement, and I just try to encourage my fellow students to stand up to some of the liberal talking points that some of the administration tries to throw at us, and the kind of stuff that we hear in the media constantly. So overall, I'm just trying to proliferate our message and strengthen the party and get more young people involved. That's really my mission.
John, would you mind just telling us again your high school and where people can get in touch with you?
Okay, Spanish River High School, and you can get in touch with me by email at johnclark714@yahoo.com. Thank you.
Great, thanks, John. I'm here with Michael O'Shea, another protester, and Michael, why don't you tell us why you're out here today?
I'm here protesting the way the government is growing larger and larger. History, I love history. History tells us that government is a necessary evil, but evil and needs to be kept small.
Please get involved. You can go to southfloridateaparty.org to get more information. I myself am on Facebook at Daria D. Giovanni, if anybody wants to look me up. Conservative Republican Forum, Steve Rosenblum and myself broadcast every Saturday night from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern. It's blogtalkradio.com, Conservative Republican Forum, and we discuss the issues and we try to get the information out there. So Michael, thanks so much for talking with us today.